All right, guys, here we go. I think we're live. So a bunch of new things are going on the channel. I'm going to show you all these funny looking electronics, and hopefully we won't burn down the house. The Vision Vilta is back online, so it'll be a little bit easier to show you guys what we're working on. And let's hope that Tim helps us with the focus. But anyway, here we go. Here we go. So what we have here is one awesome piece of equipment that unfortunately came dead on arrival, as opposed to this one over here, which is fantastic and works very well. So anyway, I got both of these on eBay. I usually get all my stuff on either eBay or Walmart, or sometimes Target, but mostly eBay these days. So there we go. So we have this awesome remote, which I will show you in a second, connects very well to this and this. So let's start off with gathering the batteries that we know work. 1, 2. So this is from a VTOL. This is one of my favorites, the tattoo batteries. And then we have this one here as well. The fly battery. They're all great batteries. This is dangerous, kids. Just don't do anything that I do on the channel. But anyway, these are exposed wires. If they touch, they will create sparks, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We also have on the other side, let me put the plane maybe further out here. We have this battery here from Horizon Hobby, and let me just demonstrate what I was talking about before. We don't want to start a fire, but if these things do touch, it is bad, and then the battery gets really hot. So don't do that, kids, okay? Or anybody. Just don't do the stuff that I do on the channel. It's all very dangerous stuff, but I'm just showing you how it goes together. There's also this battery over here, and this one is a little bit underpowered to run all the stuff that we're running. So I was very hopeful that this would be a fantastic motor, but it turns out I can't get this to run, and I'll show you that in a minute too. But I'll tell you, this one is great. This is the one that came with this. So although this is FUBAR and DOA, or dead on arrival, this motor is perfectly fine, and I'm going to hopefully demonstrate that too. So let's put the motors that work over here. And this is from the VTOL, although this is not the original rotor or propeller that was on there. So this also works. So before we start, this should be the easiest thing to do. We'll just connect this up. I do believe it goes red wire, black wire. And I think you can reverse the black and the red if you want it to spin differently, forward or back or whatever, depending on the configuration of the plane that you're playing or whatever else you're using this for. But if you mess with the blue wire, then... And one of the annoying things is a lot of these ESCs come with, you see there's no markings, so they're all, in this case it's all blue. In this case it's all black. That makes it very, very confusing for newbies and even experts to know what the hell is going on. At least this has ABC on it. This one has nothing. So you're just guesstimating. What's going on. But anyway, so if we plug in any of these batteries here, for instance, the fly, we'll connect it up the correct way, hopefully. And those, I'm very scared of those things connecting up and causing a fire, so we're going to put that so it stops those things from connecting up. And we will then turn this on. As you can see here, this red light went off, which is what you want. And then you want to hold from here, not from there, very, very carefully. And at some point, this thing should connect up or make some kind of noise, because it worked fine earlier in the experiment. There we go. There you go. And you can change the rotation. It's very powerful. But anyway, it's awesome that this works because I have another 2 of these motors. There we go. Just make sure that it turns off all the way. Is it going to turn off? There. Okay. Now that it's not spinning, I can disconnect the battery. Otherwise, other not so fun things could happen. So anyway, this shows you that the little fly battery works really well. For the next one, we'll use a different battery. Again, I will not leave these wires exposed. I was planning to solder them together and then put the good old shrinking straps on there, or strips, I'm not sure what you call them. Anyway, shrink wraps, I think they're called shrink wraps. And when you do that, then good things happen. Anyway, this is the other battery that I was talking about that I love, the tattoo. It is 2S. I think the little tiny one is 3S, but it's super tiny. This one. Again, on this, I put this into channel 3. It provides the power, and it also provides the motor, the ability to go into throttle mode. If you put this in a different one, then the throttle could be, engaged incorrectly on a different channel, and so things will not work so well. Anyway, as you can see here, still works really nicely. Okay, now it's back into normal mode. So we've tested those 2 batteries. It also runs on 3S. This particular motor was designed to run on 3S, and it had 3S. It had 3 of these motors running off of this one 3S battery. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to connect up the other motor. We don't need this one here. Let's disconnect the battery real quick. And actually, no, we'll keep this battery here because I want to show you the what happens to the other motor. And I think it could just be that I'm not reading things correctly or something. But this thing here, for some reason, or maybe you could try it differently. I've been attaching it like this. Maybe we can do it the other way. Maybe I'm just getting these all wrong, which would be okay because it happens to me all the time that I get things wrong. But anyway, the problem is it gets really twitchy and then it gets very hot and one of the connectors just snapped out of place. And the other one snapped out of place. Wow, this is a great demonstration. Like it's super professional and everything. There we go. Let's turn off that and let's plug that back in. I don't want to go 3S with this thing because I don't know if this can tackle 3S. But on whatever 2S that I tried it last time, it did not do the best that it could. Anyway, what would happen is that this motor back here gets really hot and the connectors get hot and the ESC gets hot. I'm going to hold it like this. On a fan, you want to hold it from there. At least this is what I'm doing right now. You see, this is what it does. No power, and I'm going to just stop it right there because what's going to happen is eventually it'll just get really hot on here, on here, on here. And it just twitches, as you can see. It will not spin faster than that. And then the bad stuff starts happening, so we're not gonna do that. Anyway, the wires have already gotten pretty hot. The ESC is okay, but just leave it a few more seconds and it will. So I'm not sure what is wrong with this motor, whether I'm doing something wrong, whether it requires 30 amps, but I don't think so because it's super small. It's a 30, what do you call it? A 30 millimeter EDF and 1400 kV. I don't know. Anyway, the scientists left the room. They ran away. All the PhDs. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to show you how this also connects perfectly fine with this motor. So I don't know if the other one is just not receiving the right quality of power that it needs, but it is super small, and to be honest, it's roughly the same size as the one that came in the VTOL. All those XK VTOL motors are fantastic, by the way. Deliver a lot of power, they're really light, they're very small. So I wish that they also had some ducted fan options for that. But okay. Oh, okay. This is why you don't do what I'm just doing now. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Anyway, so with this one, you mount it here, and everything spins. So it just turned into a tabletop, as you saw earlier, and it was just doing its own thing. But anyway, this is one of the most difficult to hold motors, so you want to make sure that it is perfectly balanced there. This one, it has like a separate little ledge, and it's quite easy to hold that way. This one is the reason why I didn't put a propeller on it, is because it would have dropped off my hand if that had happened. So it turns into a tabletop, not so bad, but you could wreck all the wires and things, and something could go wrong with that, but it's still safer than having a propeller on there. So there we go. There we go. So those are all the different bits and pieces and things that we're working on. And I'm very glad that these are working, because now I can use these in my projects, and it makes it really easy because you got these little screws. You can screw this into wherever I want to screw it, and then it provides a lot of power, and you need that for some of the things that we're working on right now. So I'm going to disconnect this so that even if it decides to wig out, it's not going to go tabletop and bust my wires and things. Disconnect that too, and turn off the remote. We don't want to waste battery when we're not using stuff. So there we go. So we know that these are very good for that. I did try it to run both this motor, and the one that is completely foobar, or I'm just not providing the correct voltage or whatever it is that is driving me nuts. And they work on those 3 batteries that I just mentioned. The Fly, this Tattoo, it's a 650, and I'm not sure what that is. It's an 11 volt. I guess it's probably 3S that came with the VTOL. It does not, however, work with this. This is not powerful enough. The 450 from Tattoo, which I think is probably a 1S. And also this one here is the least powerful of them all, from Horizon Hobby. Spectrum, E-Flight, I don't know. They all kind of run with these batteries here. They're safe, but again, they're only safe because the manufacturer closes out the wires like every other battery. If you expose the wires like this, it becomes super dangerous and a fire hazard. So at the end of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just solder those together and put the shrink wraps on to make sure that that never happens. All right, guys. So hopefully these things here are going to be very helpful for our projects moving ahead. I could try putting something like that up there. That would be pretty cool. Again, all of these electronics are going to be way heavier than a lot of the other stuff that you see me run on the channel. So I don't know how that's going to balance out and stuff, but maybe we could get something to run. I don't know. This thing here has some ridiculous, I'm not sure if it's IKEA or Walmart wheels. If you buy some of those cool cubbies stuff, it comes with these. I never use those because we usually have like floor or carpet, and we don't like to move things around the house. So I've just removed those, and there's a big metal rod back there that was extra heavy. Remove those, and it makes for some really good landing gear. So I don't like to waste anything. So reuse it for things that are actually going to be useful in our projects. There we go. So hope you guys enjoyed this little demo of some of the electronics and stuff. Again, I really like this. I'll let you guys know how well it actually flies and stuff. It is, I think, just a little bit lighter than this one, but I don't have a scale, so I can't really tell you if that's true or not. Oh, before we go, actually, this thing is FUBAR, so it was dead on arrival, so might as well show you guys what's in here. There are no batteries attached to this, so theoretically it should be safe, but again, kids, don't try anything that I do on this channel, and adults also don't try anything that I do on the channel. You should know better. It takes about 40 years to be this become this stupid and a professional dummy. So, lessons to be learned. Lessons to be learned. The manufacturer does not want you to do this. The manufacturer really does not want you to do this at all for your personal safety. So don't do this. I'm gonna do the teardown so you guys don't wonder what's underneath, right? So this is just a sort of rubbery, plasticky packaging thing. And this is here the ESC. It has a very interesting, I'm not sure if that's a heat sink or something on top to keep all the electronics safe. But for some reason, this thing, it didn't even have a weird smell. So I don't know what happened to that. I've run 30 amp ESCs before on the Coca-Cola plane, and it was perfectly fine. So this one must have something dodgy in the circuit board or whatever. I don't know. I'm obviously going to recycle all the bits and pieces. I'm going to take all the wires off so that I can use them for my further other projects. And I have no way of testing if this transistor is good or not, but I could keep it too. The rest is unusable for me. I could actually take the heatsink off because heatsinks are useful stuff, and I could desolder that. There we go. There we go. So you guys got to see a teardown of what an ESC looks like. I'm not going to go any further with this, but yeah, this is what it looks like on inside. And yeah, I'll see you guys all soon. I have not been able to do a lot of the posting on the different social media. It's been a little bit slow on stuff. There's a lot of other things that will come back to the channel soon. But yeah, I've been fiddling around with 3D printing the glow-in-the-dark planes. And hopefully we'll get one of these things to actually fly. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Oh, I'm going to go take a nap now because I'm tired. And unfortunately, somebody in the family, I won't say who, brought back a little bit of a sniffle. And then I got it. I got it, of course. So, yeah, there we go. Life. It goes on. All right, so there we go. Also, this Fly Sky thing is very cool. I love it. It works well for your RC cars. It works well for everything. I think there should be a way to open this up and install an extra spring in there so that it'll stay here like this, like the old school controllers used to do. But this is great. I fly my FPV drones off of it and all kinds of stuff. It has a decent range. It's not going to be like those crossfire receivers or anything like that you know, like can go super like long range, but you know, you drive these things on the lake and stuff, it's pretty far. So yeah, more than most people should ever fly away, because you know, you should have line of sight whatever you're remote controlling. There we go. Oh, take care, guys. I will see you soon. And again, thanks so much for joining this live stream. And let's give some love to all the awesome other channels that I follow closely. Please do check out the wall on the phone, you know, like that, whatever, the new thing that's on YouTube where you can check out the wall and stuff. I post regularly on this, and I also promote all those cool channels and some of the latest awesome videos that they have on there. Let's say hello to Excellent, D Domisol, Shung Mei, and what was the other one? Color Farm. All right. See y'all. Take care.